to do a Q&A session just following.
So, yes, yeah, thank you, Scott. It's a real pleasure to present our programs here, and I would like to take the opportunity in the next hour to tell something, to present the exchange opportunities within our hospitality business school, so programs in tourism and hospitality management. This session is planned for 1 hour, if I'm not mistaken, so that's plenty of time and opportunity for me to present those programs, and also for you to ask any questions that you may have. So I will kick off and present, and if you have any questions meanwhile, also please don't hesitate to interrupt, to raise your hand, or to ask a question in the chat session. No problem at all. See if I can move this thing forward. Yes, I'm head of internationalization and industry relations within our hospitality business school, and I'm going to close our window now because it's starting to rain here. I also teach in marketing and economics. I'm a thesis supervisor. I'm also engaged in some international associations. I've been a president of EuroCRE. EuroCRE is the European equivalent of ICRE, the International Council on Hotel, Restaurant and Institutional Education. So it's an association of hotel management schools and tourism management programs around the world, and this chapter is especially for Europe. And I'm also a fellow of the ICE, and the ICE is an Australian-based organization, also consisting of hotel management and tourism management programs. Privately, I love soccer, football as we would say, love driving my motorbike, going out into the nature, but best of all, and that's the picture in the right below, is interacting and exchanging ideas and taking up initiatives with people from other cultures. What you can see on this picture in the right bottom corner is a project that we are carrying out in Malaga in the south of Spain, where we are trying to link up a group of women that is really good at cooking traditional dishes, but they do not know how to link up with tourism. So we are trying to connect this group of women with tourism, and that's also integrated in our programs. So we offer very much applied programs where students can also integrate in these kinds of projects. Our programs at the Hospitality Business School, and maybe first I should say that Saxion is a University of Applied Sciences, which means that we focus on practice, on solutions for the industry, not only for the industry, but also for society and for governments. So that is the applied part of our university. So we do not research for the sake of research, but if we do research, it is to find solutions for issues. Your position as an exchange student, you would enroll in one of our programs, hotel management or tourism management, because those are the programs that we offer in English. We also run another program, which is facility management, but that is only taught in Dutch. So that will be, unless you speak Dutch, but otherwise it would be a bit difficult. And in addition, we also offer free master degrees. What we do is we focus basically on hospitality and tourism as a concept, not so much, we do not focus on the hotel industry as such, but we see it as a concept that can be applied to many industries. So apart from the traditional hotel industry, we also focus on retail, airlines, hospitals, wellness centers, funeral homes. Every year we have around 2,000 students in our programs, and every year a couple of them, I would say 5 or 10, they will do an internship in this kind of business in funeral homes, because students find that a very interesting environment to work, and it is very, very, very closely related to hospitality. So that is a bit about the concept of hospitality and tourism as we see it, and we apply it to many industries. And I think this is the highlight or the ultimate feeling of hospitality that you can see on this slide. And maybe I could ask that to Mitchell. I'm not happy. I'm not that happy with this picture. Can you imagine why?
Lack of people.
Yeah, exactly. Because it shows it shows a great feeling of freedom, but of course there's paying guests missing. So that's why we are a hospitality business school. So we always try to combine and to balance hospitality with business. So it would have been nice if there would have been 2 people, but probably this is also due to the Corona crisis. In addition, we do not only focus on hospitality and business, but we also try to come forward and to tackle societal challenges. Our programs are very much focused on issues around technology, over-tourism, intercultural encounters, and also the environment. And where we see these kind of issues and problems, and that can be in the Netherlands, in our region where we are located, but it can also be internationally. And the project that I just showed that we are doing in Malaga is a really nice example of that. So how can we help societies to improve just a little bit? Saxion as a University of Applied Science has chosen Get Ready for a Smart World as its tagline. All programs of Saxion includes technology and data as one of the core aspects of all its programs. So it's integrated in our nursing programs, it's integrated in our hospitality and tourism programs, because you see it everywhere, and especially in our business in hospitality and tourism. Data and technology is of prime importance, of course. Then let's move on, now that we've seen a bit of the hospitality concept that we apply and the hospitality business school as such. This is an overview of the program for tourism management. As you can see, we have 4 years, year 1, 2, 3, and it says 2 4s, but it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, of course. And these years all contain 2 semesters. So the first semester basically starts always on the 1st of September and runs through January. Whereas the second semester starts mostly on the 1st of February and runs through the end of June, beginning of July. And we have a summer break in July and August. All education is set up within these two semesters, and the semesters that are indicated in green here are open for exchange students. So what we basically do is we integrate exchange students with our current students. In these programs, we have an international student body, students mainly from the Netherlands and other European countries. Quite often a few from Southeast Asia and a few from Africa, but the majority of students is from Europe. So you, as an exchange student, will join one of these semesters, and the semesters are they start in the modules that are in that semester start in that semester, and they are also concluded in that semester, including retakes. So it's also a nice setup for incoming exchange students. And depending on your level, so on the level of your studies, what you've already completed, because some universities will send second-year students to us, and other universities might send fourth-year students to us. Depending on your background, depending on your interest, you could take part in one of these semesters. So if you are especially interested in technopreneurship, which is a combination of technology and entrepreneurship, then this semester in the second year might be very interesting for you to join. I will go through these semester to tell a bit more about it. The first year is, of course, it teaches the basics of tourism management in this case, and you will see in a moment that the setup of the hotel management program is exactly the same. It gives you the basics, the broad basics of tourism management. So we do have exchange students also participating in this first year, and those are mostly students from other faculties or other study programs that also want to extend their knowledge to tourism or hotel management. Then there's a second year semester technopreneurship, which I just mentioned, and it also includes tourism impacts, which deals with the positive and negative impacts of tourism in a destination. Then in the third year, there's 2 semesters. One is called Smart Solutions semester, and the other one is called a minor. The Smart Solutions semester is a really nice semester. It is a semester in which you, as a student, work on a real-life project that is assigned to us or given to us by a company or an organization. So, for example, the local municipality has an issue with accessibility of the city center. Well, that is something that is a question that would need students from different disciplines. It might include a student from spatial planning. It might include a student who deals with something with traffic. It might need a student who knows about tourism, because this inner city is also a very touristic place. So students from different disciplines can join this semester and can work on this specific project that is interesting to all of them, but from a different perspective. So then this one challenge, this one problem that a company or an organization might assign to us will be tackled from different angles. And these students, of course, they work together and they are being guided by a supervisor and a tutor, and there is some additional classes to that as well. So that is a very successful concept, and it really attracted attention in the Netherlands how we did this, because we can do this because we are a very comprehensive university with a lot of different study programs. The minor, our programs are made up of a major, which includes all semesters except this one, and this minor is an opportunity for students, for our regular students, to do a specialization. And one of these specializations is also open to exchange students, and it's called Doing Business with China. So it's an introduction to Chinese culture, Chinese business culture, and doing business with China. It also includes a study trip to China. Of course, everything is different now with the Corona crisis, but normally there's also a study trip included. The fourth year, there is a semester called Destination Development, and Destination Development is regarding, it's not looking at tourism from an individual company's point of view, but from the point of view of a destination, in which this destination needs to be developed, managed, and also marketed. So that's basically the content of this semester. We have different cases here as well, also in collaboration with the industry. So we were working together with the Ministry of Tourism in Zambia, in Africa, to see how a specific area in Zambia could be developed from a tourism point of view. We also did this for Suriname, the country in Latin America, which also used to be a Dutch colony. So there are very close ties between Suriname and the Netherlands. We did a similar project in Suriname as well. So it's always as much as possible based on real life cases.
Yeah, and
This
if
is
I
the
may,
hotel. Yes.
I'd like to ask a quick question. So as we're seeing the semesters, the first and the second semester there, and all the green, highlighted or indicated semesters are when exchange students could take part. Is that correct?
Yes.
So in any given year? Okay. All right.
Yes,
So
the green semesters are open for exchange students. Yeah.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
And it normally goes like this, that an exchange students on our website, we have mentioned the exchange semester as tourism management, and the student can sign up for this, and then in collaboration and in discussing with our incoming exchange officer, an incoming exchange student would decide which semester to take.
Perfect. So there's lots of options for our students. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And that's similar for our hotel management program. And as you can see, there is some similarities in this in these programs, like the minor and the smart solutions semester and the thesis and the internship. And the other semesters include modules that are more specifically focused on hotel management. Again, the first year is an overall introduction to hotel management. Year 2 is more focused on entrepreneurship, quite a bit similar to tourism management. It includes event management and intercultural management. I already discussed the smart solutions semester and the minor. And then in the 4th year, there is a semester called what we call strategic hotel management, and it deals mostly with chain hotels and how these chain hotels are taking strategic decisions. So that is definitely a semester that would be interesting if you already have a background in hotel management. Education in the Netherlands, I'm not well aware of the type of classes and the type of lectures that you offer at UW-Stout. But the lectures at Saxion, we almost do not have big lectures anymore in large groups. At the upper right side, you can see one of our bigger lecture rooms, but that's basically, yeah, if it is 10% of the total amount of classes that you will have, it's a lot. Most classes take place in smaller groups, like 16 to 30 students, and you will work even more in groups with other students, and also smaller coaching, even individual coaching. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have to go now.
Oh, what a pity!
To class,
That's a pity.
It's okay.
But this was very interesting.
Yeah.
And we're recording, so you'll be able to catch back up with us and continue where you left off. So thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Mitchell, if you have any questions, please do contact me, and let's have a chat, and we can see if there's an opportunity again to travel next year, then it would be really nice to have you as an exchange student. Take care. Good luck in your class. So I will continue.
Yeah, please, and actually,
I will continue the presentation, so that also others can have a look at it later on.
Right. And one quick comment. I think yes, between our universities, we're very, very similar to the applied sciences structure.
Yeah.
Seeing the pictures of the classrooms and the way that the students interact and the hands-on, components of the program, it's very, very reminiscent of our degree offerings here. So I think it's a really good match for our students.
Yeah, perfect. Good. Yeah. That's also, I guess, why we got in contact with.
Exactly. The Polytechnic at work. Yeah. So excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Just 2 projects to highlight and to show a bit about the type of projects that students take up within their studies. One project is a project together with students from Germany and students from Austria, from other educational institutes. And with these 3 groups of students, they were working on attracting more tourists to a specific destination. And the project that I just mentioned that we are carrying out in Malaga, that has been running for 2 years, and it has just been extended for 2 years, and it is sponsored by TUI, the tour operator, is about connecting women to tourism. So we are helping these women with business skills, with making attractive packages for tourists, setting up events and things like that. The program includes many study trips. In the second year of the program, there are study trips, for example, to London, Lisbon, Prague, Belgrade, Valencia, Newcastle, Suriname. So it depends a bit. There are study trips mainly within Europe when we are discussing city marketing, for example. And the study trip to Suriname took place in the 4th year within this semester destination development. Deventer and Apeldoorn, that's where we offer our programs. 2 cities in the eastern part of the Netherlands. Well, you know, Holland is a pretty tiny country. So going by train from Amsterdam, from Schiphol to Apeldoorn and Deventer takes only one hour. And Apeldoorn and Deventer are only 10 minutes apart going by train. So that's all pretty close. So in terms of location, it's really nice because many of our students also travel to Germany and also to the south. They'd like to go to Paris. The train from Amsterdam to Berlin is passing through Apeldoorn and Deventer. It also stops there. So students also have the opportunity to go to Berlin. So location-wise, it's really nice. And as it's not in the big cities like Amsterdam or Rotterdam, housing is considerably cheaper compared to these cities like Amsterdam, Utrecht, or Rotterdam. I included a couple of nice pictures of Deventer. That's what most of the students do. They will live in Deventer, even if they study in Apeldoorn and in our hotel management, in one of the hotel management semesters. They would choose to stay and live in Deventer. Because the city has a much nicer student population, and it's much more lively than Apeldoorn. It's located on a river, the River IJssel. It has a very nice riverfront, big church, and a really nice town square. It's one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands, by the way. It has a really nice town square where in the summer all the terraces will be full. And it is surrounded by cafes, so that's where also the students normally go. So these are some pictures of the city center. Well, to wrap it up, our programs are also linked up with international organizations. We are an affiliate member of the UNWTO, the United Nations World Tourism Organization. We are accredited by the ICE, the International Center of Excellence in Tourism and Hospitality Education, and we're also a member of EuroCRE, which is a chapter of International CRE, which is based in the United States. So that's it for what I wanted to discuss and what I wanted to share with you regarding the exchange opportunities that we offer. If you're interested, don't hesitate to contact your own exchange officer, and please do get in touch with us to see how we can work out the opportunities for you. So thanks, and hope to see you.
Thank you so much, Jan. I have a couple questions for you as well.
Yes, please.
Can you talk to us about the student experience a little bit more in depth? I understand students typically live in Deventer, and Deventer's a beautiful city. I had the pleasure of visiting there about a year and a half ago, pre-pandemic, and I noticed, arriving by train, just how easy it was to walk directly from the train station to the university campus. When students are living in town, do they live in on-campus housing, or do they live in the community? How does it work in terms of securing a place to stay for the semester?
Yeah, we have an agreement with our international office that if we communicate the number of incoming students and the names of these incoming students 3 months in advance before they would arrive and start with their exchange program, they can secure and they can guarantee housing. So that is also for exchange students that is offered. That is one option. The other option is to find housing yourself. It might be a bit difficult to arrange that from the United States, but there are also Facebook groups in which student rooms are being offered. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And
so both opportunities are available. And
So
normally it's not like there are some student cities in the Netherlands that in which it's really difficult to find a student room. In Deventer, it's not that much of a problem.
That's great. And working through the international office, having that advance notice, the housing is actually coordinated, or it is university housing, or it's off campus. Yes. Okay.
It is it is off campus. Yes, it's a building in town.
Okay.
That consists of student rooms.
Okay. And is it single occupancy, double occupancy? Do you know what the arrangements look like?
Yes, that is single occupancy with a shared kitchen. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. When students initially arrive, let's say, for example, it's my first time, leaving the state of Wisconsin, and I'm flying in. I guess I would fly into Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's most likely. Yeah.
Okay. And then making my way to campus, what kind of guidance is provided? Would somebody be meeting me, in Amsterdam, or would I have to take the train from there and then be greeted when I arrive in town? How does it typically work in terms of getting settled?
It depends a bit. If possible, there will be a student ambassador greeting the students at Schiphol Airport.
Okay.
But it might also be that is not possible for whatever reason. And then students will be greeted in Deventer, and they will be shown their room if they have university housing, or if they have arranged housing through their university. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And just so our viewers know, traveling.
Can I add something to that, Scott?
Yeah, please.
Because what we sometimes noted, but I'm not sure, because I do not know your students, of course. That students from the United States, because the universities in the United States normally have an on-campus experience, and you have a meal plan and you have sport facilities. Sure. That is completely different here in the Netherlands. So what we do expect from students, but you are fully aware of that, I guess, is that they need some self-reliance. They need to be self-starters. They need to be somewhat independent, and not everything is being taken care of for you. Sure. As an incoming exchange student, you need to arrange your housing. You need to cook yourself. Right. So you need to build up your own life, and that is important to keep in mind.
Sure. No, I think that's a very important distinction, because it is a lot different, the experience here and the experience there. And it'd be a great opportunity for our students to better understand and to have some experience, those that haven't yet, had that type of independence. It's a wonderful opportunity, a life-changing opportunity, and much like what the real world is once they leave the university setting. So I really, my visit there, I just found that the town to be so beautiful and so easy to navigate there in Deventer. And people to be so warm and friendly. And I think any one of our students, this would be an amazing opportunity for them to take part in. So thank you for the additional insight there.
And also in terms of language and culture, maybe you've also experienced it. It's a bit difficult for foreigners to learn Dutch, because most people will reply in English. So language-wise, students can get around with English. Talking English in cafes and shops is not a problem at all. So that is quite easy. What I also find really nice about our programs is that we also have quite an international staff. I have colleagues from Spain, Hungary, Germany, France, one from China. So also it's a really nice international atmosphere that we have in our hospitality business school.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think these are all great highlights, great points to point out. And I think for most students that are here at our university, having the experience of living in the center, the heart of Europe, and having access to travel to, like you said, Berlin, only a few hours away, and Amsterdam being 1 hour, right? I really enjoyed that aspect when I was there about a year and a half ago, being able to kind of see the the wonders of within the Netherlands, but then being able to within hours be outside and in other countries where people are speaking different languages and enjoying different cultures. It's just an amazing opportunity for us. So any other highlights of the program that you think might be worthwhile to mention? I know you did mention that specific semesters have very different setups depending on when students want to take part. The China program sounds like an amazing experience. I know that's a particularly strong interest here within international education for us, is the opportunity to really know how to do business in China and with Chinese individuals. Can you talk a little bit more about that program? And it's the second semester, right, as an option?
Yes, it's offered in February and in the spring semester, so from February through July. It's offered by a Dutch colleague with experience in China and a Chinese colleague, so also a teacher who knows the ins and outs of how things work in China. I do not know the specific contents of the program. I know that it includes a study trip, that we also collaborate with a partner university in China for that. But for the specific contents, do have a look on the website as well, because the semester is also explained on the website when you go to saxion.edu and check for exchange programs.
Okay, great. And just one other comment, really, the SMART semester, I think that's an amazing opportunity. If there are students, for example, that are studying outside of hospitality that do a SMART semester, it's quite possible that they're going to be engaging in a hospitality-related project, right?
It can because the questions that we get from the industry and from governments, they vary from all different kind of questions. It can have to do with hospitality, but it can also be related to whatever. Electrical engineering. It can have to do with, but there's always requires a multidisciplinary approach to solve that issue. So if there's an issue in a hospital, there's always a hospitality aspect related to a hospital environment.
Right.
And the other way around as well. When we have issues in tourism nowadays, there's always a computer science or data issue related to that. So from different aspects, this challenge is tackled.
Perfect. So basically, so our hospitality student decides to take part in that SMART semester. The project could be, involving, at its core, another area or another discipline, but they are going to be the expert from the hospitality perspective, providing insight and helping as a team to develop a solution to the problem. So I love the concept. I think that's a really great real world example. So so wonderful. Well, those are, I think, some of the main questions that we had, but I still have your details on the screen. Thanks for sharing. So students are more than welcome to email you if they have any questions.
Yes.
And
definitely.
And also our office is here. We're open this semester, and
I know where to find you now.
You know where to find us. We're happy to have virtual meetings with students, answer emails, and we really hope that we'll be able to send our very first student. This is a very new relationship we have with Saxion University. Started just last year. We actually got the agreement signed during the pandemic, so we're quite excited.
I got the agreement with the signatures, I think, last month. So it's really fresh. Yeah.
Exactly. So very excited to
are there any options we should or any things we should take into considerations when receiving students from your university?
No, I think that we're more or less it's some of the same type of challenges you might have with other U.S. universities, or opportunities, I should say, with other universities too.
Yeah.
Our students are very excited to explore the world. As you mentioned, though, I think one of the major differences between the U.S. structure, the U.S. system, and the system in Europe in general, and especially in the Netherlands, is a little bit more independence. So you're going to be kind of forced to maybe move outside your comfort zone a little bit and plan for yourself, do things for yourself, independent living. But that being said, there are lots of opportunities for our students to make friendship and to seek out help when they need to. I know you have a very strong international office there that provides tremendous support when necessary. But it is a little bit different from our model. But I think that's what's exciting too. People when they study overseas, they want something that's different from what they're receiving back home, and vice versa. So I know that your students, when they come here, they really enjoy the aspect of the university culture, where we have all the programming and a lot of things happening on campus. I'm sure that you've seen a lot of that through movies and articles and whatnot too, so they're able to live that, have that experience as well. So
no, you're absolutely right.
Perfect. Well, we'd be glad to connect with you at another time and tell you more about UW-Stout and engage in the opposite, maybe us connecting with your students, doing a presentation on how wonderful things are here in Menominee, Wisconsin, and welcome your students to visit us. Yeah.
No, we would definitely welcome the opportunity to do it vice versa, so that also our students are being motivated to spend a semester over in the States with you. Perfect.
Well, we really appreciate your time today, and we're all in it together in terms of COVID-19, and it'll be hopefully gone before we know it, and we'll be back in action in terms of sending and receiving students and exploring the world, and hospitality will be here to stay for the next 100 years. Right?
Oh yes. Oh yes, definitely. Okay.
Well, thank you again. Yeah, have a great.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah,
Take care.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.